FE8 hack, Heaven's Bloom. Just verifying that I had sound properly. So I did replay last week's chapter, actually just earlier today, and I managed to keep Gilbert alive this time. So he is with us, revived from the dead, and going to continue providing us support for Marin. It didn't really occur to me at the time, but looking back, reading back over this dialogue now, um, I suppose it's kind of consistent. Oh, oh, no, VBA died. Hang on. That was weird. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, so about Mom here, the Queen. Much like Galia last week, she seems to go from being an okay, stable individual to being terribly, terribly broken now. Um, and I'm not sure it was explored enough to be entirely believable. See, this kind of also implies that she was. I mean, I suppose I can believe that she might be harboring those scars, and that they've been the scars of her was eldest son's death, and they're kind of flaring up again here. Um, but the fact that Galileo is the source of a lot of this trauma kind of makes this almost not quite Stockholm syndrome, but she's in a way she's sympathizing, siding with the the party that has caused her the grief recently. Um, all this talk about her only remaining son, while the said son is the one who just killed her husband in front of her. Not to mention, Janessa here is also her daughter, and it seems a little weird for her to be all motherly towards Galia and turn her blade on Janessa, who, from a mother's standpoint, should be on equal footing. That said, the Queen, I don't even remember her name off the top of my head. If she was given one, she probably was. She just has not been developed enough as a character, and I'm not entirely sure where she could have been developed more. So this even though this kind of feels like it's coming a little out of left field, at least the intensity of it and the contradiction of how she treats her children. I'm not sure that the writing could have done too much else with it. Maybe if she had made a comment or something in her dialogue about how something to acknowledge that Janessa was her daughter and that she, even though she's turning her blade on the party, she might spare Janessa, or she would, I don't know, that she would defeat the party and reclaim her daughter and some kind of re-education or something. Something to imply that she actually still cared about her. Whereas what the dialogue currently is, she seems somber at best about the prospects of killing her own daughter in the interests of her son. Otherwise, maybe once... Oh, Palia is her name. Otherwise, maybe we'll see something at the end that might suggest she was being controlled or influenced in some way. Though some hint at that at the beginning would make it a little bit easier to swallow. Sylvie is running low on her hardest hitting weapon at the moment. And haven't seen a shop in a little while, though I'm kind of running on fumes on a few fronts weapon-wise. I gave Marin the S-rank lance I got last time. It's just because actually I should give his silver lance to someone else who could use it. She's at least got the spear to fall back on Janessa maybe? And again, it needs juggling weapon durability here. I'm not sure I have much else to do with this silver lance. Give it to Felix, but his Brave Lance is probably more likely to do much of anything. Oh, now so he can't use it. Alright, here, oh, she can't use it either. I'm not sure if it is a product of the difficulty of the hack, or if it's just the fact that I early promoted some of my units. Most of them weren't too early, but I think so. I think it's kind of why I think it might be a bit of the former, just the bulkiness of enemies in general compared to my characters. But I've been getting a lot less mileage out of iron weapons, which I do think is actually a good thing overall. But it might, if I were to replay it, change some of my item buying decisions. I think I still have a bunch of iron weapons. I have a bunch of iron lances, a bunch of iron swords and bows, and they don't have the power that I need to punch through the enemies that I'm facing now. And I do kind of like that, mostly in the fact that there are mainline Fire Emblem games where you can basically play the entire game with just iron weapons, and sometimes you're incentivized to do so. Looking at Fates there. I guess I can leave Excalibur on Cassius. I gave Hans the S rank axe I got as well. Gilbert got a brave sword, help out his offense a bit. He doesn't have much going for him still. I was hoping he might have a little bit better strength, because Brave Lance was doing some good work for Felix last chapter. We'll see. I might. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'll do with him. Cedri, yeah. I think we're, for the most part, okay here. I do want to give Genesis a stronger lance. Mostly because Chrysalis, while it has good power, it's got very few uses left, and it's still valuable as a res boost. It puts her up in league with my highest res units, and since she's like, her stats on paper aren't bad, like this should be pretty good, but she is probably one of my weakest units, even on par with Derek here in terms of usability, in terms of combat ability. And Gilbert might be edging her out only a little bit because of his A support, but I've been struggling to be able to get Janessa kills on her own. And well, I mean, I suppose a lot of my characters that can kind of apply to, but she's just felt lacking on a lot of fronts, and her speed is not as high as I feel like it should be, and she's not making up for it enough with other stuff. She's got 15 defense, which is up there amongst my tankier units, but she still feels fragile for some reason when I use her. And I wonder if that low luck is part of it, which is a bit of another enigma, because she's got good luck growth. I know she's got a really bad luck base. So what is my opening move here? You've got gigantic range. Can I get a longbow in there first? Are there any siege tomes? I'm not sure that there were. I'm not seeing any, which is nice. So if I can get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can get a longbow here. I can take care of this guy. Though that's still a lot of enemies to take care of on the first turn. Tomahawk and a silver axe. over there, alright. You move. If I take care of this bow knight, the ranger, then my flyers are, for the most part, available, free to move. This sniper will take at least a turn to get into range to be dangerous. I actually can't reach this druid at all, but he'll be able to reach me. I can bolting, but that's not going to be enough. I'm not sure I've used the Hans axe recently. Again, like the iron weapons, it's got great accuracy and safety, but it doesn't have enough power. So I'm thinking hammer or halberd? Halberd is same weight, slightly more accurate. I mostly just wanted to take care of this guy. He's got wary fighter anyway, but hey, I can't reclass. Well, that'll still be a big hit. I still have a little bit of mixed feelings on how every enemy has overlapping range with every other enemy. So we go from it's yes, you have to think about your whatever attacks that you launch on offense on player phase, but it also starts kind of getting to the point where no matter what you do, you're in danger of losing a character on enemy phase just for attacking in with no matter what choice you make. So then that kind of incentivizes making some kind of maneuver where you then rescue drop or reposition a character back out of range, and that just kind of slows down gameplay. And it's part of those chapters where I was forced to play extremely defensively because there's just way too much risk involved with initiating. Alright, so let's... For now though, we'll see what I can do from this opening here. And then once we throw brave weapons into the mix, So the big downside about brave weapons was supposed to be that they were heavy. Um, they're supposed to make you less defensive and more offensively oriented, except that enemy constitutions have been tooled to take no penalty from the brave weapons. So now what they do is they just mean that enemies have even more damage output. The brave weapons are actually more dangerous than silver weapons. Everyone's got a ranged weapon too, which also don't have any substantial downsides. Not sure that really gets me anything of value, but it's a place to start, I guess. Alright, I turned off animations last chapter. It made it go a lot faster, but I know when I play, I still like having animations on myself. 5, 6. Got an X. I didn't even notice what he got. Wasn't paying enough attention. Oh. Yeah. I mean, he's got very Elowood growths across the board. So it's less than a coin flip that he's going to get anything. Oh, does he have Miracle as well? I didn't... Yeah, he does. You do have Kanto now. I swap her for a non-ranged sword. Then the general should throw Tomahawk at Kina and block off access to Hans. Still have to worry about this guy, but spear. Yeah, I want to come over and kill this guy, but once again, I don't have a good way of doing it. was hoping for a crit, but I have enough healers that I can heal up. Or not need to. There's the crit. I'm gonna move him over to block off that knight, the Great Knight. He's still in range of Derek, so I have a bit of a safe space in here. Might actually take Felix and give myself a defense rally over on that side. Support. I do have lots of sleep staves. Maybe I'll put that Wyvern Rider to sleep. He's got that giant movement range. And I don't need him coming in to snipe someone who's already had to tank several hits. No one else is in range to actually do anything. No, not there at least. So even if I throw something, he's still going to be able to reach. Okay, so I can rally and support himself. Can I then change his weapon? Should I change his weapon? He's got an axe, a spear, and a sword to deal with. Potentially. Oh no, sword, spear. Okay, so he's fine. Thought this guy had an axe for some reason. It's this one up here that has an axe. Alright. Oops. go as I expected, but he still whiffed. And there's more damage than I was hoping to take from him. Oh, what? 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 What is this? What is going on? Alright, soul backfired in the best way. It didn't. Alright. I know that wasn't supposed to happen, but I'm gonna roll with it anyway. Aw. Alright, it didn't stay. I wonder if Marin is broken now. That was an awful lot of dodges. Is this an everyone moves chapter? Because those are lovely. So this is quickly shaping up to be a turtling chapter, at least for the first few turns. Because now I've got all of these guys coming in that are just barely out of reach, because out of my ability to do anything about them. All right, 18, 14, not slowed down. Not slowed down. So, okay, he was actually supposed to quad me. This guy, however... Oh, darting blow. Okay. I was like, I didn't think he was fast enough to quad me. And I forgot the other gimmick to this chapter is that... Oh, okay, and this is why... Life and Death was why he did so much extra damage. Why he healed me instead of killing me, that is a mystery, but I'll just take it as a low percentage crit. I'm glad that ended up on stream. Actually regretting making him a Great Knight, because I think Wary Fighter by itself would have been moderately more useful. Though I don't remember if Rally Defense was a Great Knight thing or a Knight thing. I think it was a Knight thing, or him specifically, because it's at the front. Because Luna was at level 5, and they don't get skills at level 1. Because Rally Defense has been really useful. Gigantic numbers. What do? Could take the Horse Slayer. that helps. It does. But that was another good example of where Janessa kind of felt underwhelming. Strength, sure. No vantage or anything, right? Yep. Marin does not have soul. Marin has chivalry, and he got rally skill as a level 5 paladin. What do I do about this guy? All these guys. You got 3 magic users, 2 of which have obnoxious movement ranges. Can only reach one of them. Can't kill. Five, 6. The wind sword. Alright, stairs have a movement cost. Oh, those are pillars? These are pillars? That explains why the movement cost, but I thought I was gonna have to restart because the game broke, but fortunately it wasn't that dire. Looks like I could actually get out of the range of the casters. Did it? I didn't even notice that part. Because after the soul activation happened, his HP went up to question mark, so I didn't notice any movement. Whatever it showed in combat, it did seem to correct its calculations after combat ended, at least. Alright, so let's evacuate here. So I am actually out of range, all these guys, and I might as well leave that way. This guy can attack into one of these two and kill himself. Don't care what happens. I do need to deal with these guys somehow. The Labrys will do it. Brave Axe will probably do it. Use Mire to soften him up a little bit. No, yeah, pretty much everything will do. Just the Tomahawk user. Maybe I should go in with my own Tomahawk. I actually probably should not have risked that. Hey, speed. So we should be ready for that Tomahawk user as well. If he wants to attack Brayet, that's probably okay as well. This guy actually has very limited movement through this pillar. I could actually take out this guy and then reposition Brayet out, and then Derek can deal with one magic attack, or just use Kanto plus. I forgot about that. But since only this Mage Knight can target these tiles, I can bait him out. Who would be the best one for that? Of course, Mage Knight has Wary Fighter and Concentrate, Focus. I think I called it Concentrate last week as well. And Rally Res. So his speed is basically inconsequential. You just have to take a 29 damage magic attack, and then retaliate with something reasonably strong. Brayet might actually be the best option for that, best choice for that. Powerful, thoughtful, wallaby, OMG scoots. Wish I had just a shove. I don't think I have anyone with just shove. Hans has smite. As I can. Alright. And then reposition them into out. If I put her here, the Tomahawk can go after her. However, that's not awful. She is pretty tanky. I'm mostly putting her there to give Brayet rally resistance, spur resistance. That should be safe. Need to get unpack Marin so I can heal him up. Oh, Marin's there. Marin did the picking up. Gilbert was the one that was along for the ride, but much deserved heals. Give support to Taylor from there. Yeah, I don't foresee leaving this corner of the map anytime soon. Yeah, alright. Ah, that crit rate though, scary. Enemies with death blow are scary. See, I might actually be able to make progress up up north, mostly because I'm not being swarmed with enemies there. I didn't get a crit. I was hoping for it on that 41 chance. So I might actually want to kind of rotate around. What do you have? You've got Divine. However, only one magic attack in that bunch, so if I can do some walling off. There's a brave bow though. Silverlance, more brave bows. Like, I can tank something, but that's maybe not the best idea either. Like even my tankiest character on a point here, especially with brave weapons. Even if I had Wary Fighter, it wouldn't stop brave weapons. So maybe I gotta find out how much aid does Felix actually have. 11, so you can pick up some of my smaller troops, but how many more turns on you do I have? 3 more turns? Let's see, Orciel hits like a wet noodle still. I don't actually want to lunge into there. Though I may be able to lunge out like this guy. And just make taking out this space a little bit safer. I wonder if Sedri would actually be the best tank there. He's actually fast enough to double that guy. Not enough damage output though. Is an enemy actually weighed down by his weapon? I can hit and run with my rangers though. That's reinforcing that making Derek Ranger was a good choice. This Kanto plus. Oh, nice. Crit. So if I want 1, 2, 3. shot? No, can't quite. Starting to think I should have swapped out the silver bow for the brave bow, though. Especially considering I did just mention earlier that brave weapons have a bigger damage output. Oh, right, wind sword. He's got wary fighter still. Not sure what to do about him. I might bolting him in. Much? 11 resistance. Yeah, 11 attack. Alright, so wind sword user is going to come out, but there is literally no one else up here. So this gives Jarek something to do as well. Why does he have such a higher crit rate on me? Jarek just has low luck. That still seems these guys have no, they don't have S ranks. 14. Oh, this guy intimidate. That's what's going on. And he's still he has got wary fighter as well. I have a brave sword. Gilbert being useful thanks to the brave sword. That was pretty good. I'll take it. He just needs a lot more of that. Alright. So this should be, yeah, that's a better crit rate on the enemy. Is that in range for Marin to kill with the short spear? HP wise? Oh, great. Ah, just barely not. So Life Taker is actually pretty great here, because it allows me to, even if I take this hit, I'll heal it off, heal it up afterwards. Good. Good. Almost in one-shot territory, but Brave Axe will take care of it. Alright. So I still have you to deal with. What do I want to do about him? Anyone who comes in has to deal with these two, which isn't too bad. Can Cassius do it? This guy can't reach. This guy can't reach, as long as I stay at range. I'm gonna have to spend another bolting shot on him though. It's because he's got wary fighters and I need to loosen him up somehow. She's got 14 defense now. 29, 14. She should actually survive that. And then the divine, though divine hits would hit twice as well. Probably best off just I can. Then I'll have to go in and rescue Sylvie. More skill. She didn't really need that. She needed a lot of other stuff, but that's not one of them. That's not. Oh, well, she did not need that. I mixed up who needed healing. Sedri needed that. But, oh well. This should work now, yep. Okay. Get more defense, good. See, he's officially my tankiest character. 19, I believe, ties. Oh, no, Felix is 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, not far enough. However, Cedric can rescue. Her rally wouldn't reach, though it would have been a good choice. Oh, I was gonna switch his weapon. Moot point though, not necessary. Actually, probably. Don't need the spear here either. And Cedric can offer a voice of peace. Alright, so monsters are going to be coming at me at the top, but... Alright, 11 damage, probably twice. So I think this... No, just once. So I think the Falcon Knight had like 25 attack speed after Dart and Blow. Look at that mob. Might be able to partially split them up. Might fall back on this trick though. Brave Axe. Let's see, who can I get rid of with a longbow? The magic attack is definitely worth getting rid of. Space to move here. One hit point. Alright. How bad do... That's a lot of damage. Jarek's got 16 defense. Decent pool of HP. Marin will come up here. Interesting that this guy didn't move. I mean, I'm totally okay with that. He's not gonna move. I can just take pot shots at him. Res plus 5, but I'm not sure I need it here because I killed the one magic user. I'll just leave them actually. So I can come through to make space. Yeah, I'm kind of banking on Jarek being able to tank there, but he might not actually take any hits, because what I'm actually planning on doing is putting the Wyvern Knights to sleep. That way, no one can get into melee range there. So, unless this guy willingly moves out of the way, no one will be able to reach Jarek. And I'm free to continue my hit and run tactics with my rangers. Might have been able to bolting him first. No, that wouldn't have worked. I'm not going to do 34 damage with bolting. I may try. Mostly because this then is now an issue. I can do 34 damage. Alright. No more Brave Bow. The warrior is slightly terrifying. Why am I being? No. Alright, so this should be good for this turn. Once again, not too much to do with my flyers there. God, I hope those moguls don't have Shadow Shot. I have to check them this turn. Yeah, okay. And I figured that might happen, but that's why I gave the short spear. They are fast, so they probably have Darting Blow. Good. Not good. Alright. My flyers have something to do at least. I only have 12 turns to beat the boss too. I just noticed that. Well, the good news is she can be lunged. How close do I have to get? I am in range to do that. Do I try to cheese this? I don't exactly have the setup for it here. Though, missing out on these chests, however, this looks like hot garbage. How many of these guys have... Yeah, wary fighter, wary fighter, wary fighter, wary fighter. These guys are just meant to waste my time. Honestly, I'm thinking the most effective way of tackling the rest of this chapter might be warp shenanigans. At least as far as getting chests. There's 2 chests to get. Both should be within Fordra's warp distance. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to set it up on the fly like this. But Sylvie, Taily, can't. What do these guys have? Brave sword, brave weapons. Alright, it's not effective weaponry. That is a lot of damage. They've got life and death, of course they do. All of them do. They just have more damage on top of more damage. I still don't have enough damage to kill that guy. Nope, not enough on that one either. Nope and nope. I might be better served pushing through here and dealing with them next turn. Though I'm still going to try to set up... I need to get chest keys out of the supply, as well as warp. I gotta give them to units who can do something, with them, right? So Sylvie probably there, and of course that's a longbow. Janessa, I guess. She has the Philly shield. This actually kills. I'll take that. It's like I've been trying to save warp for like emergencies, but this is kind of dire already. Just one shot him and be done with it. Brayet's speed does make him a good option for taking care of most of the rest of these guys too. So I gotta make him at least danceable. Six range, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. Alright, so that's still safe. Right, Spree Knight movement. It's not going to be able to get through there. See if I can get a lucky crit on someone. Nope, though it'll still help paring them down. Alright, he needed luck in defense, though I'm not sure if those are how much those are going to really help. So I don't have a ton of space for much else. I go in, get my chest keys, and then await the next step. Oh, I have 2 warp staffs. Alright, that makes that better. Got a lot of barrier I probably should be using too. Is it worth using the Berserk staff now? It might be. I'll grab it and see if there's an opportunity. It's a little late for me to attempt a RNG abuse here. Like, I'd love to go for the mage. 77 is a good chance. He's gonna do way more damage to the rest of them than they are to each other. I'll risk it. Let's do it. Yes, good. So these guys are not upon me just yet. But they're getting close. The main thing I want to be prepared to lunge the boss, probably as early as next turn. with me. Henley can be the other chest key bearer. Oh, actually, I was going to make it Janessa, wasn't I? That works. That's fine, too. I can still do that. So this guy might be within hammering distance, HP-wise, after this. Yes. Though, may want to get Gina close enough to help out with her support. Gina's going to be valuable for dealing with the boss as well. Alright. Actually, does Hans have a Sword Slayer? Because that's going to be pretty big. Alright, if you're going to get one stat, then I'm pretty okay with defense. I do not have Sword Slayer. I'm also running out of running out of people to deal with the people down here. I should have done that. Is not enough to kill. Assuming they don't get attack bonuses on the edge. They shouldn't, though sure shot is still a risk. I need to make sure this hits. May just put the last one to sleep. Maybe. If I can get Gilbert down there. Yeah, I'm gonna put him to sleep. So I still have one turn on that guy. He unfortunately needs to die. Does he? Actually, he's being walled off pretty effectively. No one... I don't think anyone's in danger from him. Only 74%. Good. Am I gonna be able to get the Sword Slayer up there? Oh. Lovely. Longbow with lunge. Alright. Honestly, I should have expected that. Good. That was a good berserk. All right. So poor Hans is a little high and dry here. However, he is still in a position to lend his support to Kina at the time when the time comes. Yeah, alright, so it's Janessa has the chest key and Taylor has a chest key. You go find out what's in there. I was like, hold on, I could also preserve a dance by trading the warp staff to someone else who can use it, but who do I have that qualifies? You got, okay, just honestly, I can probably just block this off. Not actually have to even worry about killing any of them. Marin can come in. Oh wait, Orciel needs to do the swapping, so I can't actually use him to warp someone. And I'm going to have to dance. Thanatos. So yeah, it sounds like it was probably worth getting. Do I have anyone who can actually use it, though? Orciel should soon. Not soon enough, but... Tona. Also pretty good. Yeah, I'm just barely in range here. The question being, can I actually finish her off? She does have advantage. Only 15 defense. But she also targets Rez. Can I put her to sleep? Can I reach her with anyone who can put her to sleep? I have virtually no chance of putting her to sleep. Okay. Doubles everyone on my team. Only 50% chance of hitting here. did land it. Worst case scenario, I may have to try to rig a critical on that bolting. Emily's at full health. She still dies. One round. $52. Wonder if I'm not sure if the monster reinforcements are random or not. It'd be interesting if I had encountered a run where that I didn't get lunged into danger over here and still had Hans available to help. Because I was kind of counting on that. I just wonder if she moves, but it's kind of a moot because if I end my turn here, someone's gonna die regardless. So both of these guys can attack Taylor. I might be able to set it up so that someone might not die. I might have to. But yeah, this guy is just screwed with my plan really badly. I gotta see if I can make any of that back. It's only a javelin. 11. Hoping for a crit here. That didn't happen. So what are these chances? This is not enough damage for a kill, unfortunately. So there goes that idea. If I do a stronger weapon though. Rigging that crit looks like it's probably my best chance. I hate having to do that, but I've been given very little choice. On the off chance that this lands. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright. So what was the best way to do this? looks like 3 lows to me. I didn't save state before I did that. Great. Alright, I'll just start from here. Alright, so that has a low. And it's not enough. Not low enough. If I counted that right. Probably go 7, because yeah, I've got my hit rate's just above 75. Still not good enough. I apologize that this has come to this. 2, 3. I don't have... See, I can't really move him because I need him to be providing this support. There we go. Unfortunately, but that gets the job done. Not pretty. Probably not fun to watch either. Hey, I feel bad for Janessa here. As her mother was willing to die for her brother, but not for her. Oh, endgame. All right, so this is the final chapter. Did we just lose all the music? He's boldly assuming that the Fae won't fight amongst themselves either. That the Fae and the Half-Bloods, like, are the half Fae exempt from his genocidal plan? And if so, doesn't that then make them the next minority, or next inferior race, I should say? See, here we're kind of bringing up the the racial aspect of the slavery that didn't come through well in the first part of for most of the game, and I thought I had it figured out, and now I'm not so sure anymore. So wait, that's no, this is the humans' fault. The humans were enslaved. Hmm. I do like the general narrative here, even if some of the specific details are a little muddy. Um, Gilead is a good tragic villain here. Um, I do think his ideology as a villain is pretty top notch. I think his pacing is a little off. Um, he's only been the villain for 3 chapters, and it was supposed to be a big reveal, and it was. But this being the end game, almost seems like he hasn't had enough time. And I also kind of wonder if the writing wasn't sure what else to do with him, and that maybe that's why we're kind of rushing to an end, a climax here. Though, on the other hand, I also kind of like that with the final boss in our sights, we as the party we aren't letting him go. this looks like a map. I actually got through the last chapter decently fast. This is a gigantic map. He doesn't move, but I'm betting he warps. Oh, that's not promising. He has no HP. Brave effect and Nosferatu. It doesn't have a ton of might at least, but his magic more than makes up for it. Do I have anyone who can tank this? I might not actually be able to beat him. Just because he... Hang on a sec. Where's my unit list? 15. 15 is the maximum resistance that I have. 15 cuts his attack down. Let's say it's Forger specifically, and that gives her weapon triangle advantage. So she's got 16 resistance. 32, 22 damage would leave her with 0 health. It'll also bypass Miracle because the first hit will get her down below half health. Everyone else would have a lesser matchup. Alright, like, it might have been passable if, like, these tiles had, like, resistance bonus to them or something. Sleep, sleep. Also, good question. Well, he's got 20 defense. I can break 20 defense. I'm not doing a ton of damage against it. Life Taker is kind of pointless on enemies mostly because especially since over the course of this game, it's been encouraged over and over again to reset when you lose a character. Life Taker is never going to activate on him. Especially in this case where not only does losing a unit to him make your life more difficult in terms of your offensive power, it also heals him back up, so that's an extra boon to encourage resetting. Vantage is a pain in the ass, especially with the brave weapon that works on enemy phase. Quick burn. Fair, renewal, quick burn, savage blow. Honestly, Vantage is the only legitimate problem here. And his 77 avoid. Is that 23, 50? No, 23 is 46, 56. 61. So he's getting extra avoid from somewhere. Let's not forget that Rajalos is also heals him, absorbs HP, and is a brave weapon. So he gets to heal himself twice. If he counts as a monster, then Forger might be in business, at least in terms of dealing damage. But he also outspeeds her, so he gets 4 attacks on her. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's worth a shot. I can experiment with that. 6. These guys, well, one of them has Wary Fighter, a non-relevant one. What other? I do have a spur res. Excuse me. What's the range on it? Of course, it's a 1 to 3 range. Because I could have loosened him up with a longbow as well. I can still bolting, but I'm not doing a ton of damage with it. Especially with a weapon triangle disadvantage. Let's see. I can get her, well, with a spur speed, I can get her speed up to +4, so 19. Which is still getting doubled. Do I have a stat boosters? Got an angelic robe. I might give her that. She being talisman as well, secret book. She's capped on her skill. Before I do anything, let me. 18 total chapters. All right, that's still really good for a hack. All right. Tier 3 classes? No. It'd be too good. 10. Okay, she is getting slowed down quite appreciably by Radulos. Even one body ring isn't going to solve that. So... Did I use any other body rings this game? Doesn't look like it. Where's the skill +4 coming from? The swap stone shouldn't give. No one else seems to have random boosts. I mean, it might also be possible to... I can't boost her speed anymore. I can't get her. I basically can't get her out of quad range from the boss. I just don't have anything that will do that. But yeah, let's test real quick. If we get dialogues from everyone, we can check those out another time. Not right now. Faster. So yeah, I'm doing damage to him. It's not effective, so that kind of ruins that plan. That's not a great chance. I'll have to ruminate on this one. It doesn't move. I guess I may have to see what else this chapter does. The remix of the Fire Emblem theme is kind of interesting, though. Oh, nothing. Oh, counter magic. Is she level 5? Why did she learn that at 12? So I might be able to do significant stuff to him if I do this, but I don't think that'll save Fordra. Right? I'm betting he teleports after a turn or so. Why is, oh, it's a brave lance. Do my legendary weapons do? No. Did I just... Oh, miracle. Alright. Fine. I mean, he's obviously going to warp in stuff, because this map is too huge to be empty. Kill these guys. Oh, of course not. Wary fighter? Wary fighter. I was just thinking I wanted the, brave bow and I forgot to grab it. I could triangle attack. I'm not sure. That's probably not gonna... Alright, do your sleepy stuff. Alright, we can protect... Oh, and he left. Yeah, as I thought. Another one up there. Can I reach him? Almost reach him. These guys are really beefy. Is that darting blow? Well, I still have warp. Do I chase him? Try to chase him down? I suppose if I gather up in the center, as long as the reinforcements don't get too crazy, I should be able to handle them. Famous last words, though, right? Might actually be able to do this just now. To get that restore staff out of the supply. Actually, I kind of want that. actually injured at the moment? No? Alright. Ow. No shadow shots, no problem. He's over there now. This guy didn't move. So he's down here. He's probably going to go up here next then, and then down here the turn after. He's got darting blow, so yeah, he's going to be able to double me. One won't kill, but then we got this guy to contend with. So, oh, miracle. Great level up. Still in range. These guys are actually going to be kind of tricky to get rid of. I should save Fragilos. Deleting the high HP ones. I can smite one space. Also cannot reach there though, so alright. Wind Sword. Skill. Great, just HP, still getting kind of lousy level ups. So these guys don't actually overlap that much. Got Miracle, but oof, brave weapons. 18, so he's gonna quad me if I let him initiate on me. We don't want that. We'll just continue running, I guess. Is that a safe spot? It doesn't look like a safe spot. Who else has supports? I'm pretty sure I have a few. Jarek. It's an interesting relationship I could see. Felix and Derek. Oh, I think I've actually read this one already. Daly, Derek, Minda, Bryant, Henley, Marin. What's a little weird is that there's 5 of these. Bryant, Aminda, Daly, Derek, Marin, Henley. Is Henley capped? No. So Henley should be listed here as well. Anyway. Oh, alright, I can't leave. Can't leave Orseal there. Dude. A lot of pure water dropping. Goes to sleep. Yeah, he is over here now. So what does this look like? 12. Alright, that's an appreciable cut. 22. It's only 10. Alright, so this is a typical GBA tile terrain information not actually providing enough information. One of the things they should have done in the original programming was just increase the tile information by 1 line just to include res, because there have even since FE6 there have been tiles that have had res boosts that are unlisted. Namely, Thrones gave 5 resistance, and it was never, that information was never provided to the player. They had to notice it empirically. Alright, so could I potentially end this now? Taylor can't move quite far enough. Cedric. 15. So Taylor is the one that I want to initiate the triangle attack. He's still gonna eviscerate most of my team, but see, it's 12 times 4 is still my full health, actually. Though, literally every enemy, almost every enemy has, or every enemy wave has a pure water somewhere, so I assume they want you to use that. Which, if I do, then maybe. He's got D. Right? What's the requirements for that barrier staff? That's usually a C? Yeah, okay. The Orseal is booked at the moment. This is actually survivable, because Bryant's actually fast enough. Though his skills are still going to be a huge problem. Do we got a Rally Spectrum, so I could actually get him into doubling range. How much does the Brave Bow weigh? Brave Bow is 12. How are we doing on time? Do I want to keep going with this? I think I could actually tackle this with a little bit better preparation, especially now that I know a little bit more about how the chapter is going to work. What's that S rank bow worth to me here? 7. Oh, it's got 1-2. Oh, right, it does have 1-2 range. 16. It's got more might, but with I might actually be able to get Brad into quad range against him. Well, the question though is, I don't think even Fordra with the barrier boost and the tile boost and supports maybe the only character that does positive damage on him. He's gonna heal. He's gonna do so much damage to everyone else that he's just gonna heal up any damage I might be able to do to him. And even then, I basically am trying to set it up so that I've reduced his damage output to nearly 0. Could try feeding her some more levels as well, potentially. So around here we got just this guy. Oh, he can't even use English yet. Like the highest res I'm gonna get. 4, yeah. So this is positive. Unfortunately, I've got to deal with all of these guys, though. I'm trying to see if we can find out how much HP he actually has. more than 106. Just do this over and over again. Because its hit rate is so big that it can't dodge. See if I can make it appear. Nope. Alright, so he's been getting 16 back, which means I did 10 the first time, and then 26, so 36. So he's got more than 100 and he's got more than 116 hit points because the max display is 80. Fast enough. Those were probably 19. Yeah, darting well though. Am I being slowed down appreciably? I am. Oh, right. Miracle. I forgot. I have to split these guys up. Yeah, someone's dead. Alright, so I think that's it for tonight. I took a few too many risks, just kind of exploring here. Wonder how many turns of reinforcements there are, and if I am able to outlast them if I can corner Gilia, or if I should just try to plan for a specific turn to be able to kill him in one turn. Which probably is what I should do. Honestly, given how inflated his stats and stuff are, his quick burn skill is overkill. Yeah, especially with renewal, 30% of like over 100 HP is going to be over 30 hit points recovered every turn. Looks like after the first turn, or first 2 turns or so, the north kind of eases up a bit. So, okay. Bottom there. yeah, I'm not gonna be able to rescue them. So, okay, I'm gonna call it quits for this week, this evening, and I may try to see if I can mess around midweek, but we'll come back to this in a official capacity next week and finish this hack, because I definitely didn't come into this chapter as nearly as prepared, even without knowing what I was coming into. There was still more that I could have done. Just equipment-wise and stuff. I knew there were 2 sleep staves at the start, and I didn't bring a restore staff at all. Latona doesn't revive anyone, right? It doesn't say. But I don't think I have all. I've got brave weapons still in the supply as well. That would be helpful. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and look forward to the thrilling conclusion next week. Alright, so good night, and take care.